Yeah, we're back. Oh, I'm not gonna meet the sun. Yeah, but at least I was just thinking when I like hung up. I feel like I'm hanging up on you because it's like I know we're like not on the telephone, but it's like we're talking to each other. Like I mean, I'm talking to you. I don't know. It's like an energy exchange. It's almost like our souls talk. Back to the theme of subconscious and energy. Like our energies talk. Like I don't know, but I don't know if this sounds too out there for like sometimes something sounds so out there that we don't open our minds to it. Oh, but the one thing I thought was like, but you know, I know what I mean. So, was that? But at least I got to say one of the things that been wanting to say or wanted to say, and you know, actually, to be honest, began to think that it wasn't as important, or gonna treat it as though it wasn't as important as other statements important. But turns out, like I'm thinking now, like how do I not know? You know, that's really important. I mean, that, for want of a better word, induction or the thing, the first, like, the not initiation, but in that sense, initiation of the first connection to God, like, that's really important. Why would it not be important? You never know to whom what is the most important thing to hear in that point in time, so to speak. So at least I got to say one of the things. That's not as long ago, but at least I got to say it. That's weird. That. So yeah. And there's a whole bunch of more things. Beginning to catch up. I don't know if I still should, because I feel like I also need to be in the moment now, because then at least this doesn't get lost, but I already mentioned that, didn't I? So, but as long as that doesn't suffer, it can kind of relate to the things, the thoughts that I had in my mind at the time. Let's see how I feel about this while watching it back, because, you know, sometimes later you're like, that wasn't that bad, or do you think, oh, actually, I really like this. By the way, talking about lockdown, but still, there's a load of healthy people around. You know what? Should we get into the next one? And then I don't have to like justify like, having like a mini video of 2 minutes. But I don't want to keep ranting, but there's this beautiful thing. I mentioned it once, but I thought the other example came into my mind of where I said like my mind kind of almost like not turned itself upside down. No, not turned on itself. Oh dear God, no, like it kind of turned like the seemingly negative into the positive or things. And there's one of the things where I thought, wait a second, let me remember exactly. I think a couple of people in this time with like divided opinions about what should be done with the virus, about the virus, well, not with it because we can't control it, but about this, you know, lockdowns and all these things happening, where should we take it from here? And of course, one of the things were vaccines also mentioned in terms of something that has in the past helped us with like similar, you know, sicknesses. Um, well, the fun thing, one of the things, is the cool thing was, even with the love, even though it's divided opinions, and I thought the one thing we can always all agree on is love, because I noticed how like I wrote that on Facebook that, you know, but there's people who want to vaccine their children, there's people who don't want to vaccine their children, but it's like, oh, it's children. I almost said children's. But at the end of the day, like, all their reasons are love. Why they want to do it, what they want to do it for, is to protect their children's health. Both. Even though they're doing the very opposite thing. And of course, I will have my own opinion. You know, how I protect my children's health and mine or ours as a family, but I'll probably leave that out of these words today. But so I'm not trying to like support one or the other in that sense. I don't want to support the one that I don't believe in. But the cool news was, even though it was completely opposed to what I would have thought would be the best thing to do to protect health, turns out that it was done like for a good reason, or for the right reason, not a reason that excuses the action that would be taken, but you know what I mean. It's like the same reason than my reason, which is love. And it's cool because these were two opposing opinions. So there was another thing where a couple of people, I watched this video, it was like, I haven't even thought about how to like put it, but several people were concerned with censorship in this time. And there was a big owner of a big social media company, actually. I don't know where it was. I think he was being interviewed or something. Or I don't think it was court, but I don't know. It was interesting. And he was being asked questions. This one person, I think they were a reporter, but they asked them. But anyway, the whole thing, it was fun for me to notice, because before you're like, people are worried about censorship, then you get worried like, how can this be happening? But I noticed really it was more like not even censorship as being like, how to say it, no stone left unturned, I guess. The person I learned from, one of the people I learned from always says that. And apparently she says that Christ said that to her, so I don't know if there may be more things I need to, or more for me still to learn in that statement, but like I'll simply repeat it to you. Like, yeah, no stone left unturned. And in terms of truth, that really needs to make sense. And it's like, yeah, no stone left unturned. Like, yeah, truth like turned itself not in, but turn itself inside out. No stone left unturned. Nothing like left unturned to find out the truth. And it's like, we didn't expect it, and we might not even expect censorship to be happening or not, and some people are obviously concerned enough for that question to be asked. And this video I came across, this guy right here, will it focus now? Let's see. This might be a message from me. No, like, hi little guy, you must have seen me focus, and I have a video, but anyway, we get to see it this way. It seems a little bit further away, but we still get to see it. Hi. I think because this, I don't know what you call it. Do you call it ray of grass, stray of grass, strand of grass? It's not like so wide that like when I actually tap to focus, it won't focus because it doesn't know. I mean, just the grass. Well, we got to watch a little guy go about his day. I'm concerned about worries like censorship, viruses. I don't know. But it's so cool. I don't know how to describe it. Like, it's kind of switched in my mind, so to speak. Like, it was like a realization of, actually no, because at first you'd think, am I really being censored? How can this be happening somewhere? This is upsetting. I mean, it said social media company. It could be anywhere. We heard of a lot of these things. It was said about China, and then something still doesn't settle you. You don't know what it is. We have heard a history lesson about not only other countries but other times, and then, but obviously that person who was asking thought enough to ask it. And it's concerning, and you think, are we being censored? Am I being censored? La la la. But, and it was only related to, like, vaccines. And it was also like, I mean, I don't know, the person, the owner of the company explained their standpoint quite well, what they were doing and weren't doing, which I feel like, I mean, it was not as censored as I thought when I first heard the word censored, but the point is, how do I explain it? That it turned into me thinking from, like, worrying about that, or, like, finding it concerning, and, like, you think, okay, censored, like, I don't know how to tell you, but it's funny because it fits right in with censorship, and then I'm here not knowing how to, like, put that to you, but, and I don't know, I wonder if maybe some people heard the video and they thought, oh, are we being censored? But, like, it turned into, not even that stone was left unturned. Truth did not leave any stone unturned, not even that one. It's like more like, then I got to look at it as such a thing coming out. That person might not even be thinking that in that moment, while they're maybe, I wanted to say defending their action or explaining, and how far and in what way they, and whatever, and they wanted to avoid misinformation or this and that. But, that came out. I look at it differently. I look at a lot of things differently. Talking about censorship, like, I don't know if that's, I'm thinking now, okay, should I have, like, but I only have, like, a couple of examples. And there's so many little thoughts that you can easily, like, just, I don't know, when I'll remember that one again, I'm like, oh yeah, I want to tell them this, and, like, probably at that time I'll be doing something different. Also, it just doesn't seem realistic to, like, be filming the whole day. I mean, there's always, but it's like, it always turns into talking about the misinformation and people telling each other and reading, like, the weirdest, like, I read something about bleach and they were like, bleaching, it sounded like they were bleaching a food item, but disclaimer, that is the dumbest idea, and I mentioned that in the other video, but turns out they were using a tiny bit of bleach on the packaging, which was 100% sealed, so, but it sounded like, I've heard there was, like, talk about misinformation. I mean, there are informations that, really shouldn't be perpetuated, and if there's anyone willing to, that there needs to be more money invested in education for everyone to know that poisonous substances are not to be consumed, but they are poisonous and toxic. And it seems like something anyone should already know, but apparently not. I don't know, but it turned into, we are only just learning this, and we are, whatever we do figure out, we try to share it. Like, it's like, I don't want to explain. It's not even about the subjects as much as it is about, like, how I got to see things differently now, and the positivity in that. Like, it just kind of, like, I'd seen it on, ooh, it reminds me of what I just said about time and the spiritual world. It's like, almost like, I don't know. I'm not there. I'm not at home right now. I'm not, like, I don't know. I don't want to speak for anybody how they see it, but it's like, almost as if, it's funny because we need to begin to understand eternity. We think it's something you can never understand, and then imagine them from home thinking, what is time? Like, how do you make sense of time? Like, what is that? And how do humans even, like, make sense of that? Isn't that kind of a funny thought? So I'm thinking, almost like making sense of the things in a new way. Like, ooh, every stone unturned, like, not a stone unturned, but it's almost like, really, like, you turn a stone upside down. But not upside down, like you're turning suddenly the right way up, which you didn't realize was. So the way, it's a nicer way of looking, not only nicer, but it's like a way that gives you an outlook. only had 15 minutes. Oh, no. Ich verscheuche gerade jeden. Sorry. Go. Here's some tiny guy in my feet. Go away. You guys let me know if that's coming across. Well, some of it, I guess, can't until like we get there because there are so many things I heard, but like I didn't understand them to the same depth. But I don't want to tell no one that somebody should they can't understand something because if I make myself believe that, then I won't. But you know what? That's another thing. Should I have told you that? I thought recently when I was in the other video, like explained like or you know like explained that I kind of felt like I was kind of struggling and things. I speak on it a little bit, but I also don't want to like kind of tell other people. Oh, yeah, but I thought to myself, I just simply told my mind, yes, I can do this, and I will find a way. I will get back up to like that connection, just like I want. I told myself I can, and I thought, then my mind will believe it, so it will. I know it's something we hear from all sides all the time. I'd never like really just kind of like, it's almost like it was my own idea in that moment. It felt really like the right thing to do, and like it really would work, and I feel like it has to be gonna work because I'm back here doing this. Put the puzzle pieces together with soul and Gipfel and everything and sum. I haven't spoken on the sum of all things, like we are the universe together and everything. Maybe having to pick up the little puzzle pieces a little bit, but you know. One thing I thought, if something doesn't work out, then I'm gonna talk to you about my life. What more can I maximum do then? But hey, there's somebody sitting in the tree. Hi. Is that one or two? Because I ain't wearing my glasses. It looks like two. There's always two. What is it about pears? Okay, no, I took two of each species with them, but as per God instructions, but like I don't know. But light falls through trees is so pretty. I used to watch the light fall through, like if one cloud ended here and then the light came through. So that was back in the day. I don't know why I just had the feeling she made me so weird. Anyways. Well, that could be useful for somebody. Because our mind really, like, I guess you could say our mind is an instrument, our greatest instrument. In that sense, if we tell it something, it just believes it. I'm talking about subconscious, and also, remember with the like, movie, it was The Hobbit to me at the time, but doesn't really matter, but it's like, our subconscious doesn't really believe the difference between what it sees and what it sees here, and what it sees in a movie. Oh, what you're seeing in front of you and on the screen right now. Or maybe hearing it. Right. Just reading that you could be a useful tip to somebody. Because I used to. There's so much validity. It's so valid that we need our involvement. I remember a time when I was like, it seemed like nobody understood. Like, it didn't make me feel. It just made me feel like I could never get there or something. Somebody told me this, but I'm not telling you to utilize it. I'm sharing with you that it's worked for me, because it does work. Each of these could be talked about forever, but at least I kind of spoken on these things. I don't have to feel like I left something fall to the wayside. Like uncautiously. Sometimes it will just have to, but what were the other things that I began to speak on and didn't finish? I can't remember. Um yeah, well, because some of the subjects, you know, you believe in truth, you believe in telling the truth, you would like to honor that, you want to tell the truth, you don't want to come from a place of fear, and at the same time you don't want to be reckless, and then sometimes you don't know what to say. This can be a thing as well. Oh no, we got him focused all right. Hi, little guy there. Hello, hello. What's the world look like for someone this tiny? All the stuff we don't know. We'll never know what a beetle is. What it's like to be. I don't know. I mean, that's one thing I don't know. Maybe you can know. Because I'm thinking, oh god, I could speak forever. I really could. And there's this word, but it's like Bewusstseinsstufe. Also, I was thinking about the word Kindschaftseigenschaften the other day. It's like, there's like so much that could be talked about, but what if like our consciousness could expand and also evolve to that level of awareness? Apparently, it was only one. For us to know, to understand a beetle, because they're not only tiny, but their level of consciousness is that of a beetle, and ours is evolved higher in a way where if we were pure and lived there as angels in the spiritual world, that we'd know. I don't know. What do you think, guys? Because a beetle would have a harder time understanding what it's like to be a human than a human what it's like to be a beetle. I guess, right? Do you think so? Where is he? Is he in frame or not? No, I can literally see him right here. Oh, okay, he was in frame all along. I was just too focused all along, was in frame all along, I just wasn't aware. Wonderful. Well, yes, now he's gone. Don't know. Maybe he went to sleep. I'll be going home soon, but they look so pretty with their dresses. I just noticed it's like, it reminds me of like, I don't know, another century. Like the fact that people have time even. One sec. Oh man. Sorry. Right, but like, I mean, it doesn't have to be the example. It's like, the censorship thing, but that was one of the places where it happened. And it's so cool because I feel like I get to see, like, I could see, like, everything that's happening, I can see it in a positive way. I don't need to see it in a negative way. I don't need to see feel depressed about it or whatever else might happen. And even when people, like, complain about betrayal, there was a whole thing to be said about that I want to have told you, but that will probably happen another time. But a lot of times it's us. It's like a reflection of me, I noticed. So anyway, but like, yeah, so I get to see everything. I can get to see everything positively, and so I know we can. So it's like when they said there's no evil, when they said there's no bad, there really isn't. It's like, depends how you look at it. It is depending how I am looking at it. So that's so cool. And if I remember the other example, the other thing where that happened, I would be telling you right now, but I don't. But like, it might have been something less controversial than censorship, but yo, what are you saying? Oh, it was Doug's? Was it Doug's? Was it someone else? We'll never know. Cool. Well, we're at 26 minutes. That's less than 30. Yay! Because it's kind of my... I thought maybe 30. I like long videos, actually. If when the content interests me, I like longer videos. Like, especially, like, I used to watch a lot of decluttering videos, so I would like when they went into detail and told me how they were doing what, why. So it's not like, I'm not like talking down on my videos, but like, I want it to be, I guess it just, I don't know. I'll get to the point probably where I'll find like the right like length of what feels kind of, I don't know, I'm still talking, but yeah, because I don't know what you guys are thinking. Because they're thinking, I don't want to make people think that it's bad if they're wrong or whatever. And I don't know what they're thinking. Maybe they're really liking us. But, you know, it's like, because I sure like a lot about the content, but I don't know. Everything finds itself is so cool. There was another thing. It's something I thought months ago, though. And I want to have made that video and put all my thoughts out before. Also, I'm thinking that one of the things, maybe I could write it and then make a video, which maybe sometimes you cannot be lazy and you'll have to like read it, and then it's like, but then it's like I can put all the words in without struggling for how to say it, and without feeling like I can't say them the same, because I can't say them the same, but I can still write them down. We'll see. I don't know, it's just an idea. But when the Bible, it's written in, again, I don't want to speak for God, I don't want to speak past me, I just want to put the thought out that when God apparently said, you are my son, today I have begotten you, and there has been a lot of, I guess, I don't know, controversy, but it's like a lot of people wanting to understand what was meant, because why did he say that, and you know, a lot of people from different religions, and it's easy to tell the other you're wrong, but maybe harder for us to understand what did he mean, and that was such a long time ago in Earth time. Which I began to think, at the time I thought, what if he meant something that happened on that day, that sometimes it's hard to like speak for him. I simply like wonder if there's anything that could have been like. Sometimes it's hard to, I think, describe which things we don't have even words for, and already my language just kind of evolved. I began to understand things I didn't used to understand in the same way. Like all of a sudden I'm like, oh my god, I get that, and like it's already evolved. So like, but where to does it still need to evolve? And I'm thinking, we always think God could do anything, Christ can do anything, almost, but how, you know, so it can be God as far as I know, but you know, when you describe something in like earth terms, what if this word had been selected out of all the words, that this was what, and for the people who were there at the time and the people who then reported it, was like the most, not most logical thing, but like the best word to use, the closest word, or what if the, like, because we need to listen to beyond the words, isn't it? And what if, then I began wondering what might he have meant. And I used to think I could never know that. And there's this thing with the like mystery, where the mystery about these things actually keeps us wondering and keeps us, so it makes us want to find out more about God, which will then get us closer to Him, which is like, is great. And like I can't know if He'll ever teach me that, but a lot of things have happened that I didn't think I would ever find out, and then like, just so cool. It would just be so cool to know. I mean, I could keep going on forever, I guess. But I just read, and again, one of the things was, because I remembered, and this was one of the statements I want to have told you. I wanted to tell you that, I mean, there's other people doing this. This was like when I felt like I don't know how to, you know, how could I do this more, like maybe it can't be me at the time. And then I would have told you, I mean, there's other people doing this. It's not like I'm the only one. But I remember the person that in whose footsteps I have stepped once said something similar, actually pretty much very similar to us. And I was like, oh really? Where are they? And now I see, when I talk about generations, like when I started this journey, I could see them all. I was like, all the time, like all the people, like I really kind of, as you would say, like found their own, grew into their own pretty much, and began kind of bringing up to the next generation. I don't know. I don't want to take away with. I don't know, but so one of the things I wondered was, but also at the same time, I see them in my generation, but I don't see them. I don't see anyone, but like, I mean, there were a few people I learned from, but like not that many, the way it sounded. And so I wondered about that. What way are they? Who could they have been? And it's interesting because, like, a while later, like, God led me to an answer, but that was like a couple of ones later, and it's always like so unexpected. So it's like always a surprise. But I stumbled upon this name. Okay, I hope I will have enough battery to finish my thought. But if not, I will say goodbye to you right now, and I will thank you for having listened and watched. And I hope to see you back in the next one. Hope this has been meaningful and useful to you guys. There's a little guy in my arm. Bye. It's funny because I was looking for something else. I was looking for another song, and I put the words in, which was, der Geist ist willig, aber das Fleisch ist schwach. Like spirit is willing, but flesh is weak, or something. I don't know the English exact translation. And I ended up at this. This person was reading it out, but it's like I could instantly hear that there's truth in the words, because the way it was said and everything, just like, and So I'm gonna be learning more about these people. This one person, I don't remember, but the other person's name is Jakob Lorbeer, and I want to find out more about him. But it's so cool because, and these people lived in like the 19th century. Like that's a long time ago, and it's gonna there are already all these people trying to like do this. And somebody wrote that about this one person that he was like recognized during his lifetime or something as a poet, but now he's like mentioned amongst other names and things, and I was like, well, so it's like there will always be a party trying to like maybe not, I don't know, suppress the truth or not acknowledge it, but it always comes out. No stone left unturned. And this guy said, oh god, okay, if I begin that now, I think like I will never like be finished talking. Well, let's leave it at that.
As long as Chris is there, I can stay with him. I don't know.
I thought you said something about Christmas, like, yeah, Christmas it is like, sort of like, yeah, you'll be done by Christmas. Yeah, don't worry about that. It's like it's a date. At Christmas you finally shut up. No. Right. Also because I haven't planned it, so like I don't know. Like I know if I start this, it will become another really long video. I don't mind as long as people don't mind. But I feel best when I really feel strongly like received from a pure place, and that this was something God wanted me to say. Even though he wouldn't have led me across those names if he wouldn't have wanted me to find them, but I also haven't really read any like texts from them yet, like, so I'm still like learning. The one person, I don't remember, Edna something or something, I could put it in the description, but she had this text. I also don't want to send you guys away from me. But like she mentioned the other guys, so that's why, because I trusted her text, because I felt like the way everything was put, because it sounded like this person, Gabriele Wittek, who my mom learned from, who then in turn told me, I don't know, as a kid, even though it was like, and some of it was like, I didn't really know, a lot of people thought really differently, like, I don't know, but this would be a whole video on its own, but I knew they thought differently, but I'd never had that kind of struggle of maybe coming out of, I don't know, I guess, church teachings or something, finding my way out of believing in hell, because I never did. And I'm lucky. But anyways, the text from that person whose name I'm forgetting sounded like the expression like exactly like that one. And she lived way later. She is still alive for all I know. So it's like, one, I kind of like recognize, like her truth recognizes itself. It's like, I was like, how is there a different name on it? Because it's like, it sounded exactly like Gabrielle, the way she speaks and things. So, and this is in German, so it's like, you can translate sometimes, but it's like I want to say language has a life of its own, even though it doesn't, but like it's kind of so fluid. And that is like almost alive in a way that you can like literally like bend it to your knees, I guess. I don't know, but so why is this thought not coming out? It's like, I felt like I've always, like, I already heard these like words a long time. It's like, so it's like, because I don't want to pass anything on to you guys that I don't 100% believe in, or just like can't like stand for, but like, so I want you to know that I haven't read more than that, but like the first impression was like as if I'm already like yes, all is true, stuff like that. It's cool, and it's gonna give me more reading material, and I have an outlook on that, like now, like, yeah, so there are other people there too, which I know they always were, but like I couldn't have said any names. No, I can't. and it'll be interesting and it's fun. But also like if anyone, to any critics or not even critics, but to anyone questioning it, how could the words from two people, and I haven't read from the third one yet, but maybe three, be across a century at least, like two different centuries. No, sorry, 21st century is still alive, and that was the 19th century. But beginning of, as far as I'm correct, as far as I remember it correctly, I feel like Chris talks like that. When he talked through them, it made sense that it sounded the same, because these are the right words, and these are a lot of words we don't know them yet. Like now, maybe we do, but or somebody who doesn't speak German doesn't. And like when I say we, everybody knows different words, but like the words that I mentioned, the way I didn't used to know that, and now I do. And where it means something different, but you know a word that's slightly similar, so you're like, well, I kind of get it, but I don't know if I get it. Well, there's another bee. That must have been a bumblebee. Bumblebee. I don't know why I said they're humble, but like, they certainly work as if they're humble. I don't know about bumblebees, but honeybees collecting pollen every day, making honey. Okay, it's at 40 minutes. I'm gonna say goodbye to you now. But, and also something I don't know if that's something that needed to be passed on. But it will certainly be interesting to learn like more material from different people with the same goal. Righto. And also it's like, oh, it's being answered, this question. When it says seek and you shall find. Ta-da! Because it's like, I began wondering, and then this was evolved later, and so also what I was just thinking is sometimes maybe it sounds like it discredits or something, if anyone thinks that, because a lot of people hear when they say, and then God led me to this, or and then God told me, and it's like they don't always talk about what happened in between, the like not even knowing you will find an answer, and so it's simply was something you were wondering, and like evolvements in between, and eventually like you find this and like, oh, and then like you're like, oh, I wanted to know that. So it's almost like the credit is in the involvement in between, if that makes any sense. Because I think if you put them both together, a lot of times it kind of sounds like as if they just, and then it's like, like, I mean, I can't speak for, I mean, I'm not saying God can do that, but like, if we were there live, it might be different, and then you find the answer, like, oh, ding! Hey. Sometimes it may begin to like discredit or like simply by what it sounds like, even though the person might have meant the right thing, and now I know that, but I might have known that in the past, and it's like, so when somebody's, and then God let me do this, and it sounds instantly, but it doesn't necessarily mean it was instant. It might have been like there might have been loads of elements in between when you realize, and then you realize later, I wanted to know that. So cool, I got an answer. Like, yay, thank you. Right. Okay, well, I will leave you with that. And I hope you'll tune back in next time. Well, it's like I could have made it. I could have kept it at 30 minutes just this one time, but no, I just had to like keep talking until it was 45. But 45 sounds like a good number. That's like a 3/4 of an hour. High five. Oh no, I wasn't gonna smack people anymore. Bye bye. I'll see you later. Oh no. Okay, well, you could really keep talking forever. So, yeah, I will see you. Sorry for the lighting. I will see you in the next one. I hope you will be back. And, yeah, all the things that I just said on the other video. But yeah, I'd love to see you guys subscribe. I'd love to see this channel be filled with life, comments, etc. Because by now I feel like I've got like a good number of videos on, even though I don't have all of them on that I had made. But it's like it could begin to become a channel now. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, take care. Leave me a like and a comment if you like, to let me know if you liked it. And all these things.